What is up, everybody, and welcome back to my team career. And this is actually part one as we are going into Bahrain for our first race of the career mode. Last episode we just basically set up our car, set up the livery, and here it is. This actually looks really nice. I'm actually loving it. We've got the turquoise blue as it disappears with the silver, and then a hint of red in the background. I'm actually really loving the colors. For the interview questions that we had, we ended up going more on the aerodynamic side. That's kind of what I wanted. I wanted a car that we could focus on getting more smooth around the corners. Could have went with powertrain and be fast in a straight line, but I want a car that's nice and smooth on the RMD. We actually have more powertrain on the RMD, but we should be able to upgrade a little bit more on the aero side, and yes we can. Chassis's got one as well. But look at this. Oh, okay, so these are all from the supplier upgrades straight away. So so we're towards the end of the powertrain, but we're pretty even with most of them. It's just Ferrari, Alfa, and Haas are miles ahead. But in the aero department, let's see, we're kind of mid-range with the chassis. We're kind of middle towards the bottom. So it's kind of nice, and the durability, we're obviously dead last because we don't care about durability. On the right hand side here, you see we're actually ahead of McLaren, Aston Martin and Williams. I thought we were going to be down with Williams, but thankfully we've got a bit of development in, and we're not going to be the worst car in the grid going into Bahrain. Here we are in Bahrain, ready for our first qualifying of the season. Look at it. I still love the colors of our car. I think it is really, really nice. But so we did a bit of practice in pre-practice one. We got a setup that we like. I did look online, I'm not gonna lie, but it feels good. I like it around this circuit. So we'll see, maybe we could get into Q2. It's between us, Aston Martin, McLaren and Williams. So if we could be at the front of that, we should be able to get into Q2. We can almost throw it into these corners pretty nice indeed. Cars doing 29 zeros up ahead. We come across a 30.7. I think that's a pretty good time. And we made a mistake or two. A little bit. We are dropping down the leaderboard. Okay, never mind. Our teammate comes and does a 30.2. We are about 5 tenths away from him. And we're right there to whether we make it into Q2 or not. The two McLarens look pretty slow. So not great for them. Nicholas Latifi obviously down there. Alex Albon is putting a great lap. I took too much curb. I went wide into the S's, and then we ended up taking too much curb. We'll have to see what cars do when they cross the line. Norris can only manage P17. I believe it's P16 to make it into Q2. We might just sneak in. Still, even with that spin, our teammate now crosses the line. So there's Williams. It's getting close. We might have just made it into Q2 here. It looks like we might have made it into Q2. We're going to retire from the session, but we could be in the Q2. We could have both cars in the Q2 in the first race of the season. Now, there was a few that still needed to finish that lap, but we will find out in just 1 second. I should have returned to the garage. I don't know why I retired. Have we made it into Q2? Theo Porcher has. Great job to him. And yes, we have, by the skin of our teeth. We have out-qualified Mr. Lando Norris in the McLaren. And we are into Q2 in the first race of the season. This is brilliant for FB Racing. First race, both cars in the Q2. What's happened here? Why have we backed out? Why have we skipped? What's gone on? No, I made it in the Q2, mate. Was it because I retired? If you retire in this game now, does that just cancel your qualifying? Does that end it there? Have they changed that? If they have, then that is tragic for us. Oh no. I think because we retired it's just ended the qualifying session. So it looks like we'll be starting from P16. That's kind of annoying. In previous games, if you retire, just move on to Q2. But it looks like it's different for this game. So although we made it into Q2, we were unable to participate, and it looks as though we're going to be starting P16. I have no idea where our teammate qualified, but I guess we'll find out. So here we are in Bahrain. Unfortunately, it wouldn't let us participate in Q2. So I guess if you retire, it just ends it for you. But why are we up in P50? Why is the Porsche down in P21? What's happened? Is he? Surely he's not taken a grid penalty in his first race. I don't know what's happened. Maybe... I have no idea. I am genuinely baffled by this. But Theo Porsche down in P21 for some reason. We're in P15. Kind of frustrating. I'm not sure if it was a glitch or if that's a change in the game. But that has not worked well for us at all. I think we're going to try and go an extra lap because I know cold tyres on this game coming out the pits will be a problem. We're going to go into this race, we're going to see if we can work our way up the grid, and we know we have decent pace, so let's give it a go. How well we can get it. We can do quick little burnouts as Lando Norris almost goes in the back of us. How close can we get to the grid? I think, can we get purple? We only get green.
Okay, good parking there, mate. Now we need to make sure we get a great launch as the race starts.
There we go. Mark is happy about it. So here we are in Bahrain. It's 5 red lights, and away we go. And it's not a bad start at all. It's not the greatest start ever. But we've got the AlphaTauri right on our heels. We're going to go down the inside of the Aston Martin. We've got to be careful. We do not want wing damage. The cars go very slow into turn 1. We go side by side with the Aston Martin, who gets a better exit. We're going to cut across, and we almost go right into the back of him, and that's really compromised our exit. We've got the McLaren all over the back of us. We've got an Alpine, we've got an AlphaTauri. We're going to go down the inside of the other Aston Martin, and we've absolutely flew into that corner. I didn't realise how early they were all braking. But no, we didn't touch any other car. We're up at a P14. We've gained a place. We might even have a look down the inside of Albon there. We think about it, but Albon has decided to have a go around, down a couple of cars himself. He's pushed himself up into P12 ahead of Zhou Guanyu, and now we've got an Aston Martin diving down the inside at the sharp left-hander. That is a great move from Lance Stroll, and we've kind of had to let him have it. There was no way we could defend against it, and now we've got the Alpine of Esteban Ocon all over the back of us. We are really struggling to get out of these corners. I think it's find the grip that we need, but we've lost the position to Lance Stroll. It's not a bad start to the race. We kept it clean, didn't hit anybody, as I thought a McLaren was going down the inside of us, but we didn't gain any positions, as Mark, my new race engineer, is now telling me, look at the speed of that McLaren. Where has this come from? As he goes around the outside, we're going to defend, we're going to leave him a little bit of room, but we stay ahead for now. But I'm sure he's going to come zooming back at us, which he is. He's getting in the slipstream, but look how much speed he's got. He's going to go down the inside. We're just going to try and see if we can brake a little bit later than him. Oh, he's gone zooming. And oh, it's a blimmin' AlphaTauri diving down the inside of us. As our audio is cutting out, which is very, very frustrating. You can't race with no audio. But we've lost 2 positions in one corner. And now we've got the Alpine of Esteban Ocon having a go at us. We've forced him inside. We're now going to go around the outside. And he's almost understeered into us. Jeez. We're in the wars at the start of this Grand Prix. We've dropped down to P17, which is not ideal. And we're under a lot of pressure from the Alpine right now, as we're putting our car where it needs to be so that he can't get past. We're not going to let him have a go down the inside. We learned our lesson from the Aston Martin earlier. He's actually going to try and have a go around the outside, and he's gone way too deep. So that's the Alpine of Esteban Ocon going too deep. He's come back on the track, it looked like, in a dangerous manner. But we've got another Aston Martin behind us. We are really struggling for straight line speed. Do you see them down the straight? This is a place where you need straight line speed as well. We've managed to keep it around the outside of Sebastian Vettel, but look how much time we've lost to the cars up ahead just from battling these first couple laps. This is absolutely crazy. I think it's turn 4. It's either turn 3 or turn 4. Next DRS zone. As there's a yellow flag up ahead, it's Lando Norris. Lando Norris has gone off the track, so thank you very much.
Okay,
that is a free position up in the P16, but for how long? As Sebastian Vettel's going to have a go at us, we cover off the inside and we stay in P16 for now. Is he going to go for the switchback? No, he cannot make it happen. So P16,
Okay,
Lando Norris making a mistake,
2.9 seconds.
and that is good to see. We like to see AI making mistakes, because mistakes happen a lot in real life. Look at this. Nicholas Latifi has somehow got past the pair of Ocon and Sebastian Vettel. Look at that. As Vettel now, I think, has got past Latifi, but all this battling is really helping me out, because now I don't seem to have pressure from behind. I can kind of just get on with my race and try and close the gap to the cars up ahead. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but it is a bit more relaxing now, and I can focus on my driving, see if I can get a bit more used to this car and see what works and what doesn't. As behind, that's an Aston Martin. I think it was Sebastian Vettel who's gone off. Theo Porcher is no longer last in the Grand Prix, so it's good news for him. And it's actually very upsetting for Porcher. He had a great qualifying session,
And gap to the
but
car
I
in
don't know
front is
what has happened for
3.9
him.
seconds.
See if we can gain a few more seconds as now everybody comes
Okay,
into the
be
pits.
aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
So we'll see if we can push and maybe coming out the
Okay, we want you
pits.
to pit this lap, so push
We
now,
might be able to get ahead of some of the cars up ahead, just because they'll be on cold tyres. Yes, when we come out, we will be struggling a lot, but if we
push.
get ahead
Teo's
of them,
in the pits. Teo in the
then
pits.
who knows, maybe we can keep them behind for at least half a lap, and that will make us be a lot closer to them. So we're going to push this lap ahead of those cars up ahead. That's not a good last
Russell
corner
has
at all.
just completed a pass for the lead.
There you go, George. So we come into the pits now, just in time. We almost got a 5-second time penalty, but we've got to try and turn it at the perfect point. It's actually press A. We're going to see, can we do it right on the money? Yes, we can. So we're going to get 2.2 to 2.5 second pit stop,
That was
and
a
away we go.
fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
That is very, very nice indeed. As now the cars come across, coming out of the pit stop, we are on very cold tyres,
Through to the end now.
but we are right next to an Alfa Romeo. Can we we almost get ahead of the Alfa Romeo, but unfortunately we do not. The overcut almost worked a treat there, but we just miss out, and now we're going to warm up our tyres big time. We're going to be a lot slower than the Alfa Romeo, but that just shows you right there. So we go wide because of how cold our tyres are. But that shows you right there that the overcut can be powerful, and if we got ahead of him at the pit stop, we hold him up for at least 2 seconds, and we could have maybe fought with him towards the end of the Grand Prix. So with 3.5 laps to go, we're getting put under, that's an awful turn. We braked way too early there. We're getting put under pressure by the McLaren of Lando Norris, who has found some pace. He got past Ocon, and now we are his next target. We get a decent getaway. We're going to use a little bit of ERS just to see if we can stay ahead.
Okay, gap ahead is 4.3 seconds.
Now we're going to cover off down the inside as he comes up to have a go at us. He brakes a little bit later than us, but we just stay ahead for now. He goes for a little switchback. It's not going to happen. Do we get DRS? I think we do. Yes, so we get DRS. That is very helpful indeed. We can save a bit more ERS just yet. Unless he goes for a dive bomb down the inside, which I don't see him happening because we do brake very late indeed. We've also got and Ocon just lurking behind to try and capitalise if anything happens, and we actually get a poor exit. And now Lando Norris is going to have a go at us. He's going to try and go around the outside.
Keep on him, he might make a mistake.
And Mark saying keep on him, he might make a mistake. Yes, Mark, we've got back ahead of him. So we're still in P15. We've got just over
And
1
gap to the
lap
car in
left.
front is 5.2 seconds.
And Mark won't shut up. I want Jeff back. We're trying to park this car in all the right places. We don't want Lando having a go at us at these corners. He's going to have DRS again, and
Okay,
he is
we've only got
very,
1 lap of fuel
very,
remaining.
very close indeed. So as we round this tight left-hander, it's not very good at all. We struggle a bit with the getaway. Lando Norris is going to have another go at us. We're going to try and save our ERS. We actually force him very wide indeed, but he gets the move done around the outside. It is not done yet, as you can see. Lando Norris almost sliding around that corner to take P15 back in our opening race with this team. Coming out the final corner is not a bad exit indeed, and we're going to have enough pace to get past the McLaren, or at
Okay,
least
this is your
side by
final
side.
lap,
He goes
final
very
lap of the
defensive.
race.
We're going to go round the outside. Can we break later than the fellow Brit? Yes, we can. He actually tucks in behind us, and he's going to go for a little bit of a switchback move. He's not going to get it done just yet. He's going to wait for the DRS straight. Is he going to have enough speed down this straight to get back past us? We use all our ERS, and we actually stay past him for now. We go very defensive, cutting off most of our corner, but he cannot find a way past, so we remain in P15. But this race is far from over. There's still half a lap. There's another DRS straight where he could get us if he could find a way through. That will be just what he needs as we get another token for supercars. That's just what I want to see when I'm battling the McLaren. He's going to go round the outside at this tight left-hander. No one does a move there. Look how deep he's gone. That's Lando Norris. He's gone really, really deep. So is Theo Porcher, our teammate, who could have capitalised from it. And now we've got the Alpine of Esteban Ocon right behind us. So it's all
Green
kicking
flag.
off on this final lap of the race for 0 points, as Esteban Ocon's managed to hold it down the inside. Can we go around the outside? We have to lift just a little bit just to keep it between the white lines. We need a good exit here to try and get back down into the final turn. We're using all our ERS. We're right in the slipstream. We just can't seem to get close enough. We think about diving down the inside of the Alpine. I don't think we'll be able to do that. We get on the throttle as soon as possible, but we're not going to be close enough to get past Esteban Ocon, so we're going to have to settle for P16. Verstappen down in P17. I don't actually know what happened to
pick up
him,
rubber and bring it home.
but a little frustrating we couldn't hold on to P15 there. But great racing towards the end of the Grand Prix. I actually really enjoyed that race, even though we were fighting for positions that do not mean anything. But there we have it. Charles Leclerc actually getting the win with Sergio Perez P2 and Carlos Sainz P3. So a good day for Ferrari, and also a decent day for Mercedes as well, P4 and P5. We only managed P16 after losing out on the last few corners to Esteban Ocon. Lando Norris, who we were battling with, ended up dropping down to P21, so not very good for him. And obviously Nicholas Latifi coming in dead last. Theo Porcher finishing P18. He actually had a faster lap than us, so he did have a pace out there. So promising signs for our team. P16 and P18 could have been a lot worse, so it's not the end of the day. Although Alex Albon getting P10 for Williams is not good for us at all, because that's going to be the team that we're hoping to beat in the Constructors. And moving on to the Constructors, you see here Williams with 1 point, AlphaTauri, Aston Martin, Bamford MB Racing and McLaren are the 4 teams yet to score a point. But if you enjoyed this first race of the season, go ahead, leave a like and subscribe. And if you're excited, go ahead, leave a comment. And I will see you guys very soon for episode number 2. Peace.